Teachers, what did you do that made your students call you the worst teacher ever? I knew I had a problem when I looked into the face of my childhood best friend and couldn't remember her name. It didn't just stop with friends, though. I began walking into the class I've taught for over 15 years, and blank at the sight of a concept I used to tell people was the easiest thing on earth. The students who used to fight each other to get a seat in my class started to roll their eyes at me whenever I would stammer in front of them like an elderly man who couldn't find their cane, despite only being in my mid-30s. But I let myself become too overconfident, and that's what started the biggest downfall known to man. After a long relaxing summer, I realized I needed to try to work on my plans for the next semester, but when I did, I realized nothing was coming up for me. I tried for weeks to conjure up anything at all, but it felt like there was huge dusty cobwebs in my head, and nothing could save me from the embarrassment I felt when I stood in front of my class, stuttering and blanking out. I ended up sending everyone home early that day because even the sound of my own voice was stressing me out. I gave it another try the next class, but it happened all over again. My brain couldn't recognize any of this content, even though I had taught for years, so I looked around and picked on the first person I saw. I told them if they did their reading, they'd know this topic, so I asked them to answer some questions in front of everyone. Luckily, they actually did the reading, which helped me try to pick up on where I left off. I knew I made myself public enemy number one by the end of class though, as the students shot daggers at me throughout the whole class. It didn't just end there, though, as the worst was yet to come.